radio astronomer. Thus the cool radio observatory sitting behind me. I just came back from VidCon and I decided maybe it'd be about time to start trying this video thing out. So I'm going through an interesting new stage in my life and I want to share it with you. So currently I am an astronomy graduate student. I just got my master's, so after 2 years you take a big test and then you pass your master's and then you're supposed to kind of start your thesis work to get your PhD. So I started doing, or I finished up my research for my master's and I started working on furthering that into a thesis project, but I really came to the conclusion that I don't much like research. I really enjoy the science, I really enjoy learning, I really enjoy teaching it, but I much prefer sitting down at a computer and doing problem solving and programming and less kind of creating my own research plans and writing scientific papers and proposals. So I decided to switch paths. So instead of finishing my PhD up at Maryland, I'm going to Columbia University in New York City to get a master's degree, so a second master's degree, in computer science. And then hopefully I can go be an awesome data scientist. So a data scientist is someone who has lots and lots of data that they work with and basically analyzes it and goes through it to see what sorts of problems this data might solve, what sorts of answers it has for life. And I really want to be a part of this data science world. I really like statistics, I really like working with big chunks of data, and I really like programming. So I'm very excited about this new adventure, but until I get there, I'm gonna show you around CARMA, because that's where I currently am. So down below, you can see these are the radio telescopes that we work with. The green building is the control room, so that's where the observers sleep, and there are computers which control the telescopes. So this is my favorite part of the mountain because it's so gorgeous up here. You can see that's where all the telescopes are. And then this is just a really, really pretty valley, and I don't know how well my camera is picking it up. That's okay. So if I'm a graduate student in Maryland, what am I doing in the middle of the desert in California? Well, the answer here is that radio astronomers get to come out, and the graduate students get to come out and control the telescope. Again, telescopes. Why do we do this? Because it's fun. We're not paid, so this is part of our graduate school lives. We mostly just do this for fun, pretty much. I love the free trip out to California. I love being here in the middle of this gorgeous desert, though the heat is getting to me and the sun is really strong. That's the really dark sunglasses. So now I'm standing with the telescopes, so hopefully you can see some of the bigger ones behind me. So we have 3 types of telescopes here at CARMA. We have the really big 8-meter ones, we have the smaller 6.5-meter ones that I'm kind of in front of now, and then the really cute, really tiny 3.5-meter telescopes. So we can combine all the telescopes into one giant 23 telescope array to look at galaxies or to measure some cosmology tools. Or we could keep the little array separate from the big array, and they look at 2 different things. So often the big array is looking at star formation and the little array is looking at galaxy clusters. So this is what the array looks like from the other side. You see how the big ones are pointing off somewhere in the distance, one direction, and the little ones are pointing the other way. So they're not currently running together. That's all I got. This is my first video, so I don't know how I'm going to edit this all together or what it's going to look like, or even if this all came out, because I've never used this camera for videoing before. So this will be fun. I hope to do something like this in the future, perhaps when I actually move to New York. We'll see. I'm sorry that the camera is so wobbly. We wobble! Woo, telescopes! Woo.